So, Halo Infinite got delayed, leaving literally no big name, no system seller for Microsoft's not going to be cheap Xbox Series X launch. Meanwhile, Sony are busy tying up exclusive and timed exclusive mega deals for PS5. Holy crap, we gotta talk about Xbox. It's Wednesday, August 12. Welcome back, new and existing subscribers. Now look, if you're of the sensitive disposition and are here for me to make excuses for Microsoft, you've come to the wrong place. I'm not interested in how you feel, I'm interested in laying out the facts. And facts don't care about your feelings either. Now this critique is not anti-Xbox, I want Xbox to thrive. This is pro-competitor, and right now Xbox is not providing any competition whatsoever. Now I'm guessing you've heard the news by now, and if you have not, allow me to enlighten you. So the biggest news to come out of this week so far is that Microsoft has officially delayed what was meant to be its biggest, and I mean biggest, Xbox game this year. The news came as no surprise to many of us, particularly after the post-gameplay reveal, criticism and mass disappointment by not only just gamers but specifically fans of the series. So in that regard, I think it was the right thing to do. Problem is, Microsoft have no contingency plan. There is no big game replacement for Xbox Series X this year. Instead, Microsoft would have you focus on the ability to play 4 generations of Xbox, a bunch of multi-plats, and of course signing up to as many service subscriptions as your wallet can handle. Here's an official quote from Xbox Wire. So the headline reads, the Xbox Series X launches this November with thousands of games spanning 4 generations. Here's a quote. Today we announced updates to Halo Infinite's launch timing, craftily worded there. Our vision at Xbox and 343 Industries has always been to deliver the most ambitious Halo game ever to our fans while also balancing the team's well-being. To do that, we will need really to take some more time to finish the critical work necessary to launch Halo Infinite, which will come in 2021. We have plenty to keep you busy until Chief arrives. There will be thousands of games to play spanning 4 generations. When Xbox Series X launches globally this November, and over 100 optimized for Xbox Series X titles built to take full advantage of our most powerful console are all planned for this year. And with brand new consoles, features like hardware accelerated DirectX ray tracing, frame rates up to 120 frames per second, faster loading times, quick resume for multiple games, playing will look and feel better no matter which games you choose to play on day one. The best way to discover new games will be with Xbox Game Pass. Game Pass delivers a curated library of content across console and PC, including all games from Xbox Game Studios the day they launch, for one low monthly price. Beginning September 15, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members will also be able to play more than 100 games from the cloud on their Android phone or tablet, enabling them to take their console gaming on the go. Experiences you expect on Xbox consoles, such as your friends list, achievements, controller settings, and save game progress, all come with you when you play on mobile. Games and franchises across 4 generations of Xbox was the key tenet for us in the next generation of console gaming. This commitment means that we will have thousands of titles across 4 generations of Xbox, from Xbox, Xbox 360 and Xbox One. Whether you've played for years or have just recently picked up a controller, we can't wait for you to see and feel the first big step in gaming next generation with Xbox Series X this November. So if you remove all the padding from that statement, you're pretty much left with, we have no big first party game to replace Halo Infinite. We have the most powerful 12 T-flop hardware for you to replay or discover older games from 4 generations of Xbox, and we'd like you to forget about this notion of exclusives and sign up to all of our game services. We don't actually care if you play on Xbox, just make sure you're playing through Game Pass. Please enjoy our product this November. Fuck you. Wow. I'm sure they didn't put it in quite those terms, but it amounts to the same thing, right? So let's get this straight then. Now that Halo Infinite is delayed into 2021, it looks like Microsoft are leaning heavily on 4 generations of Xbox, 3 of them via back compat, and a slew of multi-plats to help carry Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S over the launch hurdle. Thing is, the final hurdle hasn't even presented itself yet, and already Xbox is stumbling out of the gate. But as a gamer, you know what's more depressing than delays and a distinct lack of system selling content? The apologist's attitude. I can't tell you how many tweets I've read since the Halo Infinite news, with droves of brainwashed consumers making the most pitiful of excuses for Microsoft, even using PS4's launch in that it too had a lack of titles at launch, though at least PS4 had an exclusive in its launch lineup that most people could instantly recognize, whether you liked it or not. Killzone Shadowfall was a thing, and in my opinion even today looks better than some of what Microsoft's shown during its first party running on Xbox Series X, or Halo Infinite running on PC, I forget. Instead of making excuses for Xbox, you really ought to be demanding better. Like I said earlier in this video, Halo Infinite delayed until 2021 is probably the best thing for the series, but Microsoft have no replacement killer. After all said and done, it would seem that, for the time being at least, Microsoft are content in having their most powerful console at 12 T-flops so that you can play old enhanced games, multi-platform titles, and a handful of hangover Xbox One titles that Microsoft would prefer you referred to as cross-generation gaming. Why does it feel like we've been here before? Ask yourself, what's the difference between predecessor Don Matrick and current Xbox boss Phil Spencer? You can't blame Don Matrick anymore. In fact, didn't Phil Spencer say that he felt good about Xbox Series X plans after seeing Sony's PS5 event? Well, that didn't age too well now, did it, Phil? And I can already see defenders in the comments already, and I haven't even edited this video yet. Stop making excuses. Gamers want results, not freaking excuses. And everyone else, don't let the shills tell you you have no right to complain. If you spent your money on Xbox products, you have every right to complain. Tell them to do one. Anyway, rumors abound that PlayStation is preparing a show to do a teardown, back-compat details showcasing even more exclusives as well as a release date and price. Now, according to Tidux, this was all supposed to have gone down early August, but will be shown after Xbox shows their first hand, which could be late August to early September. And whether this is 100% reliable information or not, Sony is going to reveal more, and it's only going to look even worse for Xbox, and that's pretty sad to me. I want to invest in Xbox next gen. I want to report positively on its games, but boy, if Microsoft is presenting itself as an obstacle in that objective, they do themselves no favors. This all feels like a rerun of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Great back in the day, still kind of funny today, but we've seen it all before, right? It does pain me to say this, but from where I'm sitting, it appears Sony is firing a 10 T-flop shotty, while Microsoft seems to be firing a 12 T-flop super soaker. So with no Xbox Series X system seller at launch, old enhanced titles and games you can play elsewhere, PS5, and better on PC, Phil Spencer already stated he doesn't care where you play Xbox games or which console you purchase, whether that be Xbox One, Xbox One S, Xbox One X, Xbox One, or Xbox Series X. I'm getting confused here, Xbox Series S, because really it's all about services for Microsoft. I think it's time for people to Alan Wake the f*** up. Though what say you? Go ahead, sound off, share your thoughts and opinions on today's news, because that unfortunately brings us to the end of another video, but let's continue the discussion cordially in the comments. And for your current and next gen news updates, rumour and rampant speculation, hit the like button, spread the word and keep it locked to Foxy Games UK. Subscribe to Foxy Games UK, remember to hit the notification bell so you never miss content. Thumbs up if you like it here, and help us reach more like-minded gamers simply by sharing this video. Consider supporting Foxy Games UK via Patreon, link in this video's description. Truly appreciate the support. And that concludes our time together on this Wednesday. Certainly great hanging out. Until the next time, play games, not corporations.